Look at it this way, our body is like a car, okay? Now a car has a frame or a chassis and there are shock absorbers, right? Similarly, our human body has the frame, which is the skeletal structure, and the shock absorbers are the muscles. Now if I say jump, right, if I'm jumping from say 1 meter height, and if I jump down, the impact is taken up by my joints and also the muscles around those joints, improve the quality of the muscles there, so that a lot of such impact due to mechanical movements and everything will be absorbed and taken up by the muscles, right? Now rheumatoid arthritis is not necessarily because of excessive physical activity, it's just autoimmune, meaning the body is attacking its own cells and that causes inflammation. Please do not go ahead and start running on a treadmill. Reduce the amount of cardio that you're doing, because when you're doing that, you're creating more and more impact between those joints. When people think of starting their fitness routine, especially if it is after 40 or 50 years of age, a common thing which keeps them bothering is knee pain. Why do people get knee pain? What are the reasons for it? There are a couple of reasons, and depending upon the reasons, there are multiple ways to relieve the pain and improve the strength of the muscles there and reduce the inflammation and improve the quality of life. Before I get into how do you go about doing that, let me explain why does this pain happen. So on our knee, it's basically a combination of 3 bones primarily. One is the bone which starts from your hips up till your knee, which is known as the femur. Then there is this long bone from your knee up till down your feet, which is called tibia. And then of course there is the kneecap or patella. So these 3 bones together forms a very intricate mechanical system on your knee. Now all these bones are connected with each other by a series of tendons and ligaments. Tendon is is anything which connects a muscle to a bone, and a ligament is something which connects 2 bones, 2 or more bones. So there are intricate set of ligaments on the knee, such as ACL, anterior cruciate ligament, there is posterior cruciate ligament, there is medial collateral ligament, there is lateral collateral ligament. There are 4 such ligaments which connect the tibia and the femur, 2 bones which joins from your hip to the knee, and the long other one which is from your knee till your feet. Now, so as I said, this is a very complex mechanical system. So what happens is that if a person is being exposed to too much of exercise activities, or say running, or jumping or things like that, obviously there is a chance of wear and tear which has happened there, right? Look at it this way, if this is one of the bone, say the femur, and this is tibia, right, 2 bones, and then there is the kneecap in between this. Now there is a space in between here, so it is obviously filled with all cushion kind of fluids and soft tissues and things like that, right? It's like a ball bearing kind of a structure. So when there is too much of impact, so this thing keeps moving, and if the impact is too much, there is a chance that this kind of rubs against each other, right? And when this rubs against each other, it causes inflammation and injury, more importantly. So and that's one of the common reasons extreme physical activity or exercise, especially things like running, etc., can cause wear and tear between the joints, and that's nothing other than osteoarthritis. So that's the first reason, osteoarthritis. So if a person is having, look at it this way, our body is like a car, okay? Now a car has a frame or a chassis, and there are shock absorbers, right? Similarly, our human body has the frame, which is the skeletal structure, and the shock absorbers are the muscles. Now if I say jump, right, if I'm jumping from say 1 meter height, and if I jump down, the impact is taken up by my joints and also the muscles around those joints. So as far as the legs are concerned, the muscles around it would be my quadriceps, my hamstring muscles, my calf muscles. All these muscles together takes up a lot, or cushions up a lot of those impact, and rest of the impact goes down to the knee. So there is this impact which happens between the bones, right? If my muscles are stronger, then the impact between these joints and between these ball bearing structures will be minimal. So a person having osteoarthritis or such kind of an inflammation in the joints, first thing which needs to be done is that first obviously reduce the weight so that the impact on the knee will be lesser. Number two, improve the quality of the muscles there so that a lot of such impact due to mechanical movements and everything will be absorbed and taken up by the muscles, right? So that's about the osteoarthritis. Another reason, obviously, another form of arthritis, which is autoimmune arthritis, which is rheumatoid arthritis. Now, rheumatoid arthritis is not necessarily because of excessive physical activity. It's just autoimmune, meaning the body is attacking its own cells and that causes inflammation. So that is autoimmune rheumatoid arthritis. Now, something very similar, reduce the body weight, have a lot of anti-inflammatory agents in your food. Omega-3 is which is found in fish or fish oil is a very good anti-inflammatory agent. Antioxidants are anti-inflammatory. So include these kind of things in your daily nutrition and eating habits, so that kind of reduces inflammation in the body. Keep yourself well hydrated. Improve the muscles around that area, so that a lot of impacts is taken by the muscle. So that needs to be done for that. That's what helps to be for the rheumatoid arthritis. Now, another reason is basically gout or uric acid. So uric acid is nothing but when you eat protein, especially protein containing a particular kind of thing called purine, found in red meat specifically, and some kind of shellfish also. This purine is something which gets onto the blood, and the kidney kind of filters it and takes it out. Now, if the kidney loses the ability to completely function it perfectly and remove the uric acid out of it, it gets back to the blood itself, right? Otherwise, the kidney is supposed to take it out and flush it out through the urine. So when that does not happen, there will be uric acid in the blood, and this uric acid forms crystals and gets deposited in the joints. So look at it this way: if there is a small sand which forms between these intricate mechanical systems, they kind of rub against each other, and then that causes inflammation. So that's what uric acid is. Typically, uric acid is found on the toes and the knees and hands and things like that. So that's another reason for having a knee pain. Yet another reason is obviously ligament tear. Things like ACL tear is very, very common, anterior cruciate ligament. So as I said, this is the ligament which joins two primary bones. So when you jump or kind of move frequently, it can cause inflammation or tear in those ligaments. That's another reason for knee pain. Meniscus tear, that is also another soft tissue between two major bones. If that is kind of has rubbed against each other, even that can cause problem and create inflammation. So that's pretty much I want to talk about the knee pain and related issues. Now, as I earlier said, if a person is having knee pain and if a person is having overweight, please do not go ahead and start running on a treadmill. Reduce the amount of cardio that you're doing, because when you're doing that, you're creating more and more impact between those joints, and the inflammation, the chances of inflammation is going to increase. Include one of the supplement which can possibly help, because the evidences are very, very anecdotal, is including collagen and glucosamine supplements, if included, can possibly help in recreating the soft tissues or the of those joints, and that can probably help in reducing the inflammation there. So include antioxidants rich food, include omega-3, drink lots of water, stay in a calorie deficit, try to lose fat without losing muscles. If possible, build muscles, especially muscles around that knee area. Do you want to know if you would be able to have a good mobility and be able to walk around in your, say, 60s? Just try doing this. Sit on a chair and then try to stand up from the chair with both hands around the shoulder and with one leg raised. So say, raise your left leg and then try to sit on a chair using only the right leg and stand back up again with only the right leg with hands around the shoulder. If you're able to do that, then which means that there is a very good chance that you will be mobile and your mobility will not be compromised when you age. If you're not able to do that, it's serious time that you start thinking about improving your fitness. But then please be sure that you cannot go ahead and then do a lot of cardiovascular activities. I hope this was helpful. As always, stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. If you have any questions or doubts, comment on here. I would be more than glad to answer. All right, take care.